Hey everybody, it's Redhead Stepchild coming at you now.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the second RHS CLP of Kirby Superstar. This is an older game, it came out in 1996 for the Super Nintendo. It has been re-released on many different consoles. I believe it's on the Wii U Virtual Console, it's on the Super Nintendo Online subscription. I'm currently playing on the SNES Classic Edition, which came out in 2017, just a collection of old Super Nintendo games. I'm doing that because that comes with the original SNES controller, whereas the Nintendo Online, I didn't get the SNES controller, and I prefer to play with the original controller. There was also a DS remake called Kirby Superstar Ultra, which includes some different modes. I won't be able to go over that and show what exactly that entails, because I can't record DS footage at the moment. However, I will still talk about the additional content that's put in the game after we finish the main game. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So as you can see, Kirby Superstar is not one game. It was a collection of 8 games that they call, I don't know if they call them, they're not called micro games, I don't think. Either way, it's not one game, it's 8 games, so you're going to be playing a bunch of different ones. It's a really cool concept, it's really fun. I'm excited to get into it. So let's go ahead and get into Spring Breeze, which is the first one. Help! All the food from Dreamland has been stolen. Hurry, Kirby, or everyone will starve. So I already know the controls. I'll just go over them as I talk about it. But yes, you can press Y to swallow enemies and press A. Swallow enemies with special abilities. This game's also cool because you can create a helper who can use Kirby's abilities. There's also a 2-player mode where if you're playing with another person, they can control the second person. I'm really not going to be showing off multiplayer because it's really not that special compared to the rest of the game, but it's still neat. So if we come over here, we can become Beam Kirby, not Bee Kirby, by taking control of the Waddle Doo. If you press the A button, you can create a helper. So we have our Waddle Doo helping us. Let's go ahead and find another ability. This is neat that you can't, lots of enemies you can't suck up, you can only, attack them. We have a Sir Kibble over here that we can go ahead and collect, and we become Cutter Kirby. Oh, I pressed the wrong button every time to jump. So yes, if you press A again, and Kirby will launch a item, and his helper will become a new ability. So now we have Sir Kibble helping us. Let's go ahead and ignore these enemies. This is the first stage, Green Greens. This is actually a remake of the original Kirby's Adventure, I believe, which is really cool that this is what it is. So if we take him, we become Bomb Kirby. So now we can go around and throw bombs. And you can hurt yourself with them, but hey, that's whatever. So if you press Y, you can throw bombs. It's a pretty simple moveset. Oh, that enemy came right in here with me. We have some enemies that we can just go ahead and take care of, which the Sir Kibble will do a little more. One aspect of Kirby's moveset is that if you press the L button, if you press the triggers on the side of the controller, you can guard, which helps you negate damage. I'll go ahead. If you make a new helper, you can create, you can get them more health, so that's why I went ahead and did that there. Plus, I'm also not a big fan of Bomb. I prefer things like Beam. So Beam's pretty simple, you can create a beam. If you hold the button, you can also create this giant shockwave. that does damage to enemies, which is really cool. Can't get through there. We have a 1-up over here. That's a grab attack that he can do where he can throw an enemy at another enemy. Also, my Poppy Bros Jr. is having some trouble there. Poor guy. He'll be transported soon. So that's a good thing. Man, he can really knock it up here. There we go. So if you listen to that change in tone of music, looks like there's something coming up. And it's Wispy Woods, the classic Kirby boss. So he's going to create apples, so you want to avoid the apples as best you can. And just keep wailing on him. And eventually, he'll lose. And he's all sad about it. Wispy Woods was always kind of the boss that I felt bad about hurting because, gosh, just look at him afterwards. And he's not really doing anything. You kind of just invade where he is and he just attacks you. Like, it's pretty sad. Go ahead and get this star. We can do the Kirby dance, which is always fun. And now we're on stage 2, Float Islands. So we have another ability that I can show off. If the Waddle Doo didn't kill him. So this is Fighter Kirby, so Fighter Kirby can fight. He can directionally input things. So if you hold left, you can do that kick. Down, you can do that. However, we are now in the water. And so what that means, as soon as I can get rid of my puff of air. There it is. If you press the normal attack button, if you press like the normal inhale or attack button, you can instead shoot water. If you have some abilities, you can actually use them in the water, but Fighter you can't. The Kirby's moveset is pretty standard for most of the series. You can float, exhale a puff of air to fight enemies. It's a pretty standard Kirby game, which makes sense because it was one of the earlier ones. Come down through here, we have some more food. If you come up here to your partner, you can make out with them and give them health, because that makes sense somehow. My favorite part about Kirby LPs is when people are just like, here, let me kiss you so that you can, be healed. So I believe this is the secret door. Yep. So there are occasionally secret doors. Also, my Waddle Doo is having trouble there. So that means he's almost dead. At any point, he'll pop. There we go. So I'll go ahead and make a new partner. So this is Knuckle Joe. He's the embodiment of Fighter. I'll go ahead and take Ice. So now I'm Ice Kirby. Which also means that I can skate around, which is fun. And I get hit by fire, so that's cool. But if you come over here to this, if I can stop getting hit, I also lost my power-up. This is Super Kirby. So this is invincibility that you get from eating that lollipop. Don't know why Knuckle Joe wasn't letting me hit him there. Oh, I guess you can't give him invincibility. Yes, so if you use the invincibility, you can just go ahead and waylay enemies. That was Mr. Frosty, I believe is his name. He normally does some ice attacks, but because I had the invincibility, he just went down without a fight. Come over here to the Warp Star again. And go even farther in. So this is an important ability. So this is Crash Kirby. I don't want to use it quite yet. I'm going to use it for a more important thing as long as I don't die. Yes. So here's a new boss, Lolo and Lala. So I'm going to wait till they get back on screen. So what Crash does is it's a one-time use ability, but you can create a screen nuke that does insane damage and kill the bosses with one hit. So Crash is not an ability to waste if you have it. Also, he's pushing me because he's on fire and I feel bad for him. Crash is a great ability that just instantly destroys everything that you're looking at. So you want to make sure to use it for the best that you can. Which, as you can see, it just destroyed the bosses. So let's go ahead and get the star. Stage 3, Bubbly Clouds. As you can see, we're in a beautiful area here with a lot of clouds. That's a Bronto bird, I believe, flying away. This guy has a sword, as long as I don't kill him. Aww. Oh well, there's another one right here. Also, I believe this is one of the... Kirby games have been known to have very intense off-screens. Like this Bronto bird came back. So if you... I know I already got swords, but if you run off here, the enemy comes back. So if you miss an enemy, you can very easily just get another one. And because of that, I'm going to go ahead and create a Blade Knight Helper. So this appears as an interesting enemy. It's a Scarfy. Well, most of the enemies in this game, you know, do the standard, like, elemental ones will attack. This one, if you try to... If you let your Blade Knight kill it, it does nothing. But if you... I went through the door. Oh my gosh, this was sad. Basically, if you try to eat a Scarfy, they will not be happy about it, and they will chase after you after turning into a demonic-looking form. They're terrifying enemies as a kid. Still terrifying as an adult. It's just how they are. I'm going to go ahead and create a new enemy. Create a new helper. And by the way, if you press the A button and you're close to your helper, you can go ahead and create a hat that you can use to become a new... to have a new ability. So you always can have an ability, no matter what. But I don't want him to kill this enemy, so go ahead and... And I died. Okay. I was trying to get up there without killing him, but, yeah, sometimes that happens. If you have an enemy in your mouth, you can shoot it and do damage to another enemy. Oh, that's bad. Okay. I was on spikes right there. So now this is Mirror Kirby. If you run, he has a little unique animation, kind of like how Ice Kirby skates. If you hold the attack button, he'll do that. I don't think there's anything else. He's one of my favorite looking designs of Kirby. He's an alright ability, but he's a really cool looking design. So I'm gonna keep him for a little bit. The enemy was hiding there with the cherry. Go through the door. And this is Kracko. So he's... Oh my gosh, I keep pressing the wrong button. So this is a classic Kirby boss. He's in a lot of the games, just like Wispy Woods. Wait, that wasn't Kracko. I was mistaken. That's why the music didn't change. That was just a little version of something later to come. You'll see what I mean. Sorry for spoiling it. However, you'll know soon. So this is another enemy that's important to look at. I do that so that they can't kill the enemy that I want to take, because they do that a lot. So now we are Mike Kirby. Oh shoot, I did it wrong. So this is Mike. As you can see, if you press the attack button, he can create... Kirby can create another screen nuke. You didn't get to see it there because there were no enemies. It's kind of hard because I probably should have kept the helper just so I could get through this easily, but if you use his flying ability, he can create puffs of air so that you can just get through here without using your ability. Get more damage. This game's very tight with the damage. Sometimes you'll get in situations where it's just impossible to get out of it. But let's go ahead and use it here. So as you can see, it's just another screen nuke, as I said. You actually get 3 uses with this one compared to Crash. So it's really good. This is Kracko, as I was saying earlier. So let's go ahead and see how he does against this. As you can see, it took off a major portion of his health. I am also almost dead. Kracko's one of the harder bosses, I say as I die. The control scheme's a little weird to get used to. That's why I die every now and again, because jump is not like your standard jump. Attack is not your standard attack. Like, a lot of these things that have different things that have been used over time, so it's just hard to get used to the older controls. So we don't get to start off with the damage, but we can actually see how he attacks. We also get to see a little bit of Cutter. He can create wall do's, so if you need a new copy ability, you can get one easily from that. This is a dash move that Cutter has, where it also gives you invincibility frames, which is nice. You can also combo if you're on the ground. But the standard attack is just to throw. Ooh! We can... Cutter also is a boomerang, so it'll come back to you. So if you are walking forward, you can jump and throw it, and it will come back and hit enemy behind you. But we beat Kracko. So we do another dance, and we continue on to the next level. Last stage, Mount Dedede. Wanted to have you hear that music for a little bit because, man, Kirby has great music. I think Sonic has the best music in gaming when you think about like standard video game songs. But Kirby is so good too with Dedede's theme and all the other music that it has. There's one song in this game that's just my favorite. Oh, this was much faster than I thought it was. Yes, so this is King Dedede, the person that's been stealing all of Dreamland's food and making everybody almost starve. We're in a wrestling arena, just like in his Final Smash and Ultimate. So if you attack him, generally you want to keep your distance. If you have something like Cutter, he can do that jump attack. He can also slide towards you. Ooh, that was close. It's a lot like fighting against him in Smash Bros, but he goes down pretty easily. If you went further to the right instead of going through that door like I did immediately, there should be more copy abilities, I believe. And so we have Kirby puffing up to enormous height and dropping food to return to the residents of Dreamland. So Spring Breeze was always an interesting one. As a kid, I didn't play too much Kirby besides this one and Squeak Squad. And you get it a little bit in Squeak Squad, but not a whole lot. I think King Dedede is one of the most wronged characters in video games. Because if you look at a lot of games, like, he's just there trying to help things, and then Kirby comes along and messes things up. This one, he's actually an enemy who's, you know, creating a famine for Dreamland. I have heard that there's, I don't know if it's just a theory, that he was actually hoarding the food to prevent Kirby from eating it all, and that he was actually the good guy here too. I don't know if that's true. I don't think so, because you see all these people cheering. But yeah, King Dedede, this is like the one game where like you feel justified attacking him, because it's like, okay, he's doing a bad thing here. But Kirby's holding up a sign that says next. I believe that means for the next game. And just like that, we have beaten Spring Breeze. A lot of these microgames are really short. I know this episode will be way shorter than most other ones on the RHSC channel, but I want to go through just one today because I want to go through one level in a video just to make sure that we could show it off and everything. Because I didn't want to have this one start with Spring Breeze and then cut Dynablade halfway through, because that'll be the next one we play. But yep, we have finished Spring Breeze, so as I said, it is on to Dynablade next. Let's go ahead and read the Dynablade is destroying all the crops. She must be stopped. Master the different abilities and defeat her. Has a 3-star level compared to this one, which was only 1 star. So yeah, that was Spring Breeze. Next episode we'll get into Dynablade. And there we go. This will be a very short LP. This is a very short game. So we'll finish in a couple episodes. But thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for the next episode. This is Redhead Stepchild, signing off.